Well, hey there people. Well, how about today we make a pallet bar? I picked these 3 pallets up today. This is going to be my bar in the man cave. Pretty nice color and textures to it, eh? Anyway, let's bring these down to the man cave and see what it looks like. So I was out and about the other day. I drove behind Canadian Tire and I found these pallets. I don't know if you can see the color on these. Pretty cool. They'll be perfect for this, for my man cave bar. Things are going to change though, like this 4-foot piece. Thinking I'll probably cut it there. Do the same on the other side. Put a lid on it. So good old Canadian Tire, they hooked me up with some more pallets. I should have enough for the job. Big time. And some firewood. Anyway, I got a piece of plywood under there that I have to get out because I don't want it to get rained on. So, alright, let's unload this shit. Yeah, I think I scored some nice pieces here. Some quality pallets. Nice and clean. I just gotta get this piece of plywood in. Alright, so I started getting the wood ready for the top of the bar. You think it'd be a lot easier than it actually is. Well, anyway, I found 2 nice pieces for the top. Anyway, at first, like I was trying to take these boards off, right? So I was jamming a screwdriver in there, nailing it in, and trying to jimmy jabber. But I kept breaking the board, so I found a way to do it. So each one of these top boards here are nailed into these 3 pieces here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut into these boards even with every top piece. I'm going to cut it with my sawzall, boom, 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 and I'll grab my hammer, knock them off. So all I have to do now is pull the nails out, and we got a nice piece of wood. Well, I think I got all the wood I need for the top of the bar. I just got to figure out a pattern. After I figure out the pattern, then I'm going to cut the plywood according to the pattern. Yeah. What's going on? Little caged animal, eh buddy? That's what I come up with. That doesn't look too bad, eh? I just don't know about the depth of this part here. Maybe I'll go 1 board less. We'll see. Anyway, next step, I guess I'll be cutting the plywood. And this part here too, that's going to be cut back a little. That's a pretty massive bar. It's 88 inches wide. Craziness. Yeah, that's a pretty big bar. Maybe a little overkill, but it's pretty cool. So I screwed down the plywood to my pallets here. I'm going to throw my boards back on. I'll measure it out, mark it out, then I'll be able to cut my plywood. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I want these boards cut to this length here. So I'm going to measure these out, cut these boards, cut those boards over there. Then that'll leave about this much here. So I'm going to come in there and cut the plywood along there. Should look alright. Yeah, just like that. Snow. So we quit the fence for today. I'm going to start over on Monday. But she's getting there. Awesome. Cash is loving the snow. Me, not so much. So they even installed a clothesline line, or the post for the clothesline, and started working on this. Anyway, okay Cash, let's go. Let's get out of this shit. Okay, I got my boards marked off. I'm going to take them outside, cut them out there. I decided to leave a bit of an overhang here. It's 3 inches. I did that to the front. I've got 4 inches, but that's to allow room for the bar stools or for your knees or whatever, right? Okay, let's get these cut up. I got this side cut up. And I'll do the same to the other side. Well, I'm 1 step closer. I got my boards cut out to 30 inches. Now I'm going to measure out my plywood and cut that out. Safety first. I tied the hair back. It's starting to get sucked in by there. That could have been a disaster. Anyway, let's cut this. There we go. I ripped that off. Now we'll tackle this little part here. Measure it out, cut that out. Zip zip. I still have to make a third leg for this thing. Okay, we'll do that after. Well, there we go. Well, now it's looking kind of like a bar. Not too bad. Okay, I gotta cut the third leg. So this pallet here is gonna be the third leg. I just gotta cut it. So this one I'm gonna cut it on the second one here. The other ones on the end pieces, I did the 3. So we'll cut that to 2. Then maybe we'll add some shelves in there and in there. Anyway, let's get that cut up first. The third leg's in. Now I'm going to attempt to put a shelf in there. So I was going to the shed to grab something. La-di-da-da, yeah, my first snow ever. I'm walking, then whoop! Now my back hurts a little bit. Stupid winter. That's a lot of snow, man. Wow. It's supposed to warm up, so no biggie. Back to the bar. Well, I tossed in a couple shelves. I'm short a piece on this one, but that one worked out nice. Right on. So she's almost done. All I need to do is like nail the top down, get some sandpaper, give it a good sanding. Then I'm just going to clear coat everything. It's going to look sharp. Lights would kind of be cool too, eh? Like inside. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, man. So for the shelving, all I did is use a couple of screws for the shelf pins. The shelf pins. Well, there we go. So she's almost done. All I have to do is nail down the top, get some sandpaper, and some heavy duty varnish. We're going to make this thing shine. I guess I'll owe you guys an update on the bar. I got to pick up the stain or the shellac or the tabarnak and some nails. Anyway, people, thanks a lot for watching. Big cheers. We'll talk to you guys later.